Alright, well my name is Jeff and welcome to another episode of Life Isn't Over. It is Saturday as I tape this and I'm in my new studios. I like it. And I just want to apologize. I do not have a cleanly shaven face. It is Saturday. The Missouri Tigers face the Texas Longhorns, and I love my team as much as the next person, although Texas is a tough team. But I'll still be rooting for them tonight. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm not really cleanly shaven. I do apologize for that. But I am wearing clean underwear, and after all, which is more important, I would go with the latter. Okay, you know, there's a lot of talk about P90X these days, by myself, if not by anybody else, because even though it's been around for about 5 years, and people don't realize that, yes, it's been around for 5 years, those infomercials have been on that long. There's so much hype and all about the workout part of it, but I want to talk about the nutrition part of it, and this is the biggest piece that comes with it, is this nutrition guide. And when you first thumb through these pages, it can be a little confusing. I mean, there is a nice guide, and there are some good guidelines to go by, but it's difficult, I think, for a beginner, once you really go through this and kind of devise a system like I've done that I want to share with you, then it all kind of clicks. And, you know, because P90X, I think, is such a simple system to follow, the nutrition part can't be overlooked if you really want optimal results. And I know I've lost a decent amount of weight already. I'm about 2/3 of the way through the program. But I want to go through and talk about the card system that I've put together. Now, I've talked about this card system, I think maybe the last time I did a taping, but I just didn't feel like I really nailed it. And so I want to go through that one more time. And I'll just refer to the book as an example here. If you take a look at what they call Phase 1, the fat shredder, depending upon how much you weigh and your metabolic rate, the measurement of how many calories you actually burn, and then you want to include exercise, etc., etc. P90X gives you a recommendation on how many calories you should eat. And for me, I would use up about 2,400 calories, and then I would also be able to lose weight from that as well, because the workouts burn an estimated 600 calories per program. You can see for that first time, you end up being able to consume 7 units of protein, 3 units of dairy, 1 of fruit, 4 vegetables, 1 fat, 1 carb. Then there's some snacks and condiments. Now, again, you can go through and use the recipes and the guidelines that they put together here, but I'll caution you that if you're like me, you don't have a lot of time, and some of these recipes at the beginning can be kind of an uphill battle. So what I did is I whipped out the handy-dandy index cards, and what I did is, depending upon how many units a food gets, that's how many carbs I made. And then what I would do is sit down on a piece of paper. I would take a look, and then I would just take a look at what the protein units are defined as by P90X, and then I would go through and use this card system to figure out what kind of foods I would need to buy, to fix, to eat, and then finally, at the end, then I came up with this menu plan that anybody can do. And I'm going to leave it at that. I hope I nailed it a little bit better this time. If you want some more information about the nutrition part of it, then let me know, and I'd be more than happy to email you some of the plans that I've put together. And obviously I can answer more questions about these cards if you need me to. The other part I would add on here is that I'm happy this week that I did become an independent team Beachbody coach, which means that even though I'm about 2/3 of the way through the system, I enjoy talking about P90X so much that I believe that it can help other people. And I want to put myself out there as one of the spokespeople to help turn around this epidemic of obesity that is striking our nation and actually our entire world. My grandfather died almost 10 years ago due to heart disease and also diabetes. And not that he was obese, I know he was overweight, but these are just 2 conditions that are just pummeling us. And it's driving up healthcare costs, it's not healthy, and it's crushing families because they're not able to do the things that they could actually do if they were in better shape. So as a coach now for Beachbody, I want to make myself available to you and to anybody else out there that would like some guidance. And I offer my services for free, as do all of the Team Beachbody coaches. We're here to help. And we can talk about the Beachbody products. Obviously, that's why you go into business and become a coach. But the bigger piece for me is to help others. And that's kind of why I started this blog. And that's why I do the things that I do, why I do work out, why I do run, why I'm kind of turning over a new leaf in life, is because I believe that it will help. But nutrition is a big piece, and that's what I want to talk about today. If you have any questions at all, then take a look below here. A couple different sites you can visit and learn more at my blog, which is lifeisn'tover.wordpress.com. Or you can visit me also at beachbodycoach.com/jpickett1968. All right, well, that's enough for today. If you get this in time, root for the Tigers. If not, that's okay. I assume they probably lost by the time you watch this anyway. But I just hope that each person that's watching this does take their health seriously.